welcome to another episode of the Organic Beehive. I'm so glad you're here, and I promise that I'm not just saying that. I realize that there are so many accounts in the online space all talking about different topics that I also talk about, whether that's homeschool or homemaking or gardening or homesteading. So I just want to say I really truly am thankful that you are here. Today I wanted to chat about 6 ideas that you can do to make your first day of homeschool special, because that's what we want for our kids, right? We want to make that first day memorable, and really my purpose for making it so special is to make sure that it sets the tone for the rest of the year. So if you're ready, let's get into the 6 ideas. The first tip that I want to share with you to make your first day of homeschool special is to just make a favorite breakfast of your family's. This really is my favorite part of homeschooling as a whole. I shouldn't say favorite, I have a lot of favorites. But one of my favorite things about being able to stay home and homeschool my daughter is that we can wake up slowly and we can have a warm, cozy breakfast every day. I've had that feeling of burnout as an adult, and I know many people going through that as well, and we wear busyness as this badge of honor, but I'm finding comfort in slowing down and having a more intentional life, and that warm breakfast just does that for us. So make your child's favorite breakfast to get the day started on the right foot. Tip number 2 I have is take a first day of school picture. So I have a letter board that we constantly change out the phrases and quotes in, and I use that, and I put first day of school on, had her hold it, and we had our first day of school photos. Other ideas is there are so many printables out there. I'm sure you could just Google first day of school printables, template, anything like that, and you'll get so many different PDFs and images for you to print out and customize and have your child hold in the photo as well. My favorite, and probably what is lacking on the letter board, is some of the printables, add what year they're going to graduate, which is sometimes crazy to think when you have a 6-year-old, like 2030, whatever seems so far away. I love when the printables have the space where they ask the child what they want to be when they grow up. It's so fun to see, what interests change throughout each year. So I think I'll have to ask my daughter what she wants to be this year. But if you like that too, there are so many printables out there for you with those options. I guess I'm a sap when it comes to memories. I'm very sentimental. I actually do yearbooks every year, family yearbooks, and believe me, the first day of school pictures always end up in there, as well as a last day of school picture. That's kind of really why I like to do the first day picture, to compare the first to last day and just see how much they've grown. It really blows me away. Tip number 3, this is just start slow. We had 2 to 3 months off of school, and it can be hard to get into a routine again, especially for the little ones. And so starting slow is going to help with some of the resistance you may or may not have. So what I like to do is I start off the school year on a Wednesday. That way it's a really, really short week and it doesn't seem too overwhelming for the child. And I also just start with the core curriculums. So we may just do Bible, language arts, and math for that first week. And then the next week we'll start to add more and more as it comes around. Another thing that goes along with starting slow is making sure that you have breaks between the subjects. So we might take a break and get ready for the day. We might take a break and go out into the garden and water it, or just look outside and admire the plants. Or we might take a break and just walk around the neighborhood, but the breaks will also help for your first day, or it's good practice throughout the year. Tip number 4 is homeschool coupons. Now, I like to keep these videos short, but sometimes I feel the need to go into extra detail over tips that are pretty self-explanatory. So I actually created a homeschool coupon book for you. You can find that in the description, the link in the description below. Homeschool coupons are really fun. I give it to her on the first day, and there are so many different ideas. You don't even have to take the ideas from me, but I have ones like, use this coupon, it entitles you to a day at the park, and then I get to choose whether we bring work or not to the park. My daughter's really into art, so I have a coupon that entitles her to painting a subject, so painting her answers. They're still learning, but it just gives it that twist of fun that keeps them engaged, really. Another coupon I have is watching a subject on TV or watching an educational show. So you can pick a subject and maybe you can find a YouTube video, or maybe you have a DVD with that topic in mind. But either way, that's another coupon that I use. Another coupon idea would be skip your least favorite subject for the day. I mean, there's so many different ideas. So I have coupons that you can print out for yourself, but it's so easy to create. You could probably even write it out on paper. The kids don't care. It's just more the thought that counts. And if you have your own ideas, do it. You can do it that way too. Tip number 5 is a scavenger hunt. This is probably the more elaborate idea for the first day of school, but it really didn't take much time at all. I snuck away one weekend while my husband was with my daughter and got some school supplies. So that's really the most time-consuming part, is actually going to the store and getting those things. But outside of that, I put it in a little gift bag, I hid it away, and then I created a scavenger hunt for her. She's just learning to read, so it was really fun to give her the clue, and then she had to read the clue and find the area in the home that the clue pertained to, and each place had another clue, and then finally at the end was her goodie bag of school supplies. And for the whole day she just kept saying, "This is the best first day ever." She really loved the scavenger hunt, and I will include that in the first day of school bundle. So all you need to do is cut it out and leave it around the various places in your home, and you will be all set for your own scavenger hunt. And tip number 6 is meet a friend for a play date at the end of the school day. So we usually finish our homeschool curriculums, we at least try to finish by lunchtime, which means our afternoons are open. And that is the perfect time for us to do play dates, and so that is what we did. We scheduled a play date with some friends. It just kind of made the whole day, it ended it on a good note. You know, you started it on a good note, you ended it on a good note. And even with all those things, we got our core curriculums done, and it was just, it was a good memory for both her and I. It wasn't overwhelming, and I think it really did get us started on the right foot, and she was excited. She was excited to do homeschool the next day and the next week, and that's what we want for our kids. I think it's part of the reason why homeschooling isn't so important for me and maybe for you as well. So that's it, a really simple video on 6 ideas you can use to make your first day of homeschool special for your little kids. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, as well as give it a thumbs up. It sounds really cliche, but it's all about the algorithms nowadays with all these different social media sites. And so if you do like the channel and want to support me, that is a really quick, free way to do so, and I would really appreciate your help. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.